There we go.
Hey, hold on 1 second, man.
All right.
Hello?
Yo,
Yo, what's up?
going on? What's going on, y'all? Got Officer Rashad in here once he get his stuff fixed, working. What's going on with y'all? I'm good, man. How are you? Officer Rashad is actually working, so I'm always good. I got this week sort of off. Got off duty, had off duty from 12 to 8 this morning. I got to go back 12 to 8 tonight. The rest of the week off, and then I start back next week going to class for traffic crash investigation. So won't be on patrol for another 2 weeks, unfortunately. All right. Can you see what they're posting on there on your screen?
Let me see. Comments. Yeah, I see now.
All right. Somebody said, how long does it take you to fill out reports at the end of the shift, and do they pay you for that time? Well, I like to get my reports done before I get off. Now, some days some shit will come off at the end, and yeah, we'll get comped out for it typically. We won't get like overtime, but just comp time.
Yeah, same here. But with accident reports, we have like 3 days to have them filled out and everything. So usually, typically on accident reports, sometimes if it's a private property, I go ahead and knock them out. But if it's a on the highway, interstate, anything like that, then I'll take my time on that just because it takes a lot of time, especially doing the diagram and narrative.
Yeah.
So
Nah, we gotta most shit. If it's like, especially on the weekends, we can take our time with it because detectives aren't in. But our detectives be on our ass about stuff. So you get something they want to look at the next day, they want that crap turned in before they come in so they can look at it. Uh, but typically, some at the end of the shift, you can wait till the next day unless your supervisor says not to.
yeah, yeah.
I've been a police officer for 3 years. What about you, Officer Rashad?
Been a cop for just a little bit over a year, man. A little bit over a year. I'm in
Nah, we're
old
not with the same
Alabama.
agency. You said what?
Somebody said what state I was in. I'm in Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama.
Yeah, man. Not so sweet. Not so sweet.
What kind of car they got you in?
Dodge Charge.
All right, what year you got?
Say that one more time.
What year you got?
Right now, my car is in the shop. It's a 2017. So they put me in a 2015 Dodge Charge.
Must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving around
What?
in I think it's a 14.
Okay.
I started
Ain't
out in
bad.
11 though.
One thing I've noticed, man, about the Chargers, and as you get into the newer cars, man, the newer cars are typically slower than the older ones. just because the more advancement with the computers and stuff with the traction control. See,
Yeah,
on the older cars, they ain't really got all that, like extra advancements and stuff, man. So you hit the gas, man, this sun gun's ready to go.
yeah. Everybody say that,
Yeah,
but I'm still ready to set my phone up Bluetooth. Uh,
yeah, I know that's real.
this one you still got to do the cord to hook it up. It's too old school, man.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Yeah, I've
Logan
been in
said,
this.
"How often do y'all get calls?" I mean, it depends on what people need. Some days busy as hell. Other days you can go a while without a call.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it is here.
What's the size of the area you patrol or assigned to? I don't really know the size of it. I work in my city. I work the South Side area, which I believe it's the second largest beat we got. Most of it's just businesses. The other part is a shithole of other shit. Uh, so, what about you?
Yeah, I typically see our south side is typically where the rich folks live at, and you got the west side, you got the east side. That's where you got all your the west side is where you got all your drug dealers and most of the violent crimes happen at. East
Yeah,
side is where most of your meth heads and crackheads be at. So I typically just patrol around those areas, mostly on the west side, because I'm most of a narcotics guy. You know,
gotcha.
yeah. Whenever you're a cop, yeah. Once you get there for a little bit, man, you decide what type of cop you want to be, whether that's DUI cop, narcotics, just whatever you want to be. So I'm more on the narcotic side.
Y'all not assigned to a specific beat or area?
Nah, we're not. Nah.
That's I guess that's nice, somewhat. Yeah, we got beats we got to work. So you're assigned for that beat. So we can go everywhere, and they'll tell you that you can go everywhere. But at the same time, you got to handle your beat calls, and you'll start getting
Hmm.
pissed off. You start going somewhere else to get into some shit, and you're not answering your beat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn my camera around if I can. I don't know if I can or not. Let me see. Front camera, back camera. Can y'all see that?
Yeah,
Okay. This is CAD MDIS, what we call it. So basically, this is everybody that's on duty right now. So
all
that's
right.
like, I don't know, 20 people, 15, 20 people. Uh, we got a GPS. I don't know if you guys got GPS and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's our little GPS. So basically, uh, our lieutenant, he just chills in his office and watches our GPS all day to see where we're at, see what we're doing. If he's noticed that we're sitting in the same spot for more than say 30 minutes to an hour or something, he'll call us up and be like, "Hey, you need to move around. You need to go to this area, do this and that." But for the most part, we can kind of do what we want to do, kind of freestyle, I guess. But as far as patrolling, but he just don't want to sit in one spot just because of it's a safety issue.
yeah.
So
And luckily, we're not watched like that.
yeah,
So we can kind of. I mean, we'll get some officers will obviously sit in the same spot for a while. They'll get uh, we'll get talked to by the captain lieutenant the next day in assembly, but they're not like on our ass like that per se.
I got you.
What's the name of that MDT system you use?
The West system,
Your MDT,
what is that?
your CAD,
MDIS.
MDIS. We
Yeah.
use one called Superion, I think. Let me see. SunGuard, OSSI, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Got MDIS. Also got Move. Pretty sure you got that too. Alicop.
Nah, what's that?
Okay, it's basically a NCIC.
Gotcha.
Usually you got to go through dispatch or whatever, but we got this thing that we just look up on the internet on our laptop, whatever. We can look people up for ourselves for warrants, or the same thing goes for cars. So it's pretty
So y'all don't
pretty
have
good.
NCIC access on your computer, like through that program?
Not through this program. So let me turn my camera right back around. I can show you the mic, camera, front camera, back. Okay, so not on this actual program right here, but
Yeah,
all I gotta do is move my mouse to this side, and this pops up, which is called Move, and I just come down here, and I just search whatever I want to search, and
gotcha,
there's NCIC right there. So it's all on the screen at the same time.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I used to think everybody had like NCIC access in their software, but we got 86 like right to the bottom of us, or like right next to us. They don't got NCIC.
Mm, yeah, that's crazy. Is it a smaller department?
Yeah, it's only like two of them on duty at a time.
Two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You go from us to down there, and it's only two on duty at a time.
That's it.
So I said we got our own here in Kentucky. It's called Kite Ops. Yeah, everybody got their own. Like typically, I think your area will try to use the same CAD system so they talk to each other better.
Yeah.
But everybody can have their own. Somebody said we have access to NCIC and our CAD system on our phones as well. That's nice.
Yeah.
So
That's
we just
that's
got,
what's up.
yeah, one of our guys, he got administrative access to the computer, and he's able to remote desktop into his computer from his phone. So if we're on a call or something, he'll do that crap. That's lit.
Is that let me see. Do you have access to NCIC on your phone, your work phone, or your personal phone? That's what I want to know. Do they issue guys a work phone?
Nah, I'm about to say y'all got work phones.
Yeah.
Oh, must be nice. Nah, we don't got work phones. So he downloaded probably like remote access or something like that, and he just set it up through his computer. He was able to taught the computer IT chick in it, giving him administrative access. Do you take your car home?
Got to be here 2 years, man. Once you're here for 2 years, you get a take home car.
Now we were able to take cars the day after FTO. It's right when you graduate, you take it home.
See, I got an assigned car, so every day I take my keys home with me. Like I was taking my 2017 Dodge Stars, I was taking those keys home with me every day. Nobody else was driving it. Now they got me a 2015 car because mine is in the shop. So I got to turn these keys in back every day. But I mean, you might as well say it's my take home car without me being able to take it home because nobody else drives it and I have the keys. So
Yeah. When y'all cars break down, what's the process for y'all getting the spare?
say it again.
When y'all cars break down, what's the
Yeah.
process for y'all getting the spare?
All right. We'll call supervisor, sergeant, or lieutenant. Most likely to be a sergeant. Uh, we'll call him. He'll come out wherever we are. Then we'll call a wrecker. He'll come get the car, take it to the PD. If it's on a weekend, he'll take it to the PD. If it's like during the week, we'll take it straight to Express Oil or Waits Tire, something like that.
Yeah.
Get looked at and get it fixed or whatnot. And then after that, we got to fill out a vehicle inspection sheet, fill it out, turn it in to the supervisor, let them know what happened. It's like a little narrative, let them know what happened, what we was doing, when it happened, uh, what else needs to be fixed besides whatever went on. And that's about it. After that, man, you just turn that in and you get your new car after that. Not
Gotcha.
really a new car, but they get you another car to drive on patrol.
Yeah, man. If ours, I ain't really broke down nowhere, but I have wrecked it before into another police car.
Oh man, 10-100
Huh?
high pursuit.
Nah. Motherfuckers playing around in the parking lot. uh,
Come on, man.
and crashed right. I'm going to turn out the parking lot, and I ain't see her sitting beside me, and I'll be damn right to the
Oh
side of
man,
her.
that's crazy.
But if we have to get our cars towed away from anywhere, we gotta take a piss test the next day. But typically, if you need a spare car, you just drop your car off at the garage and just take a spare car, and then I'll call you or text you back whenever it's ready.
Yeah. So here, if let's say you have a wreck, which we've got like two or three individuals that just can't stop wrecking cars. So
Yeah,
what they finally started to do, they started to get those V6 Impalas that we have on our back parking lot,
yeah,
and they're starting to assign them to the people that can't stop wrecking these cars. Because it's okay if we lose one of them, but we keep losing these 2017, 18, 19, 20 cars, you know, and we're gonna be out of shape, and that's just a waste of money,
y'all ain't got none of your policy about that.
huh?
Y'all ain't got none of your policy about wrecks.
Oh yeah. You gotta the day of the wreck or whatnot, you have to go get drug tested. You don't wait the next day. Just right after you can let your lieutenant know he's gonna get somebody to come watch over the car before the while the wrecker comes or whatever. Unless you can just drive it back, unless it's drivable. But you got to take your ass to the hospital and get blood drawn and piss test. So
Yeah, we gotta. You get 3 wrecks. I think it's in 2 years. You get a DRB. Messy DRB is like the highest level of a write up or punishment. Basically, like a sit down with like the chief, assistant chiefs, somebody from the city, uh, and get your ass chewed out, basically, and whatever punishment.
yeah, yeah.
What's your hiring process like?
Uh, for me, it took a pretty good minute. It took me. I put my application in June or July. My hire date was October 3rd. So between that time, I had to take my PT test, my civil service test, my BAT, and um, I think that's it. But that's within like a what 4 or 5 month time
Yeah.
span. And then I had to go to psych eval, get fitted for my clothes, stuff like that. So it's a good bit higher process.
You had to go through the academy before you got hired?
No, I actually got hired prior to the academy. I got hired October 3rd. I went to the academy January 13th. So I was
Gotcha.
already out of FTO when I went to the academy.
You were out of FTO when you went to the
Oh,
academy?
yep, our FTO was 13 weeks. I had just finished that week, like 2 days before I finished my FTO, 2 days before police academy.
So you were sworn in before your police academy.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's lit. I thought only sheriffs could do that. I guess different states, different crap.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is where you live.
Yeah, you gotta. So I
It's
was hired
crazy.
first, but you got to go to the academy or anything before you can get sworn in.
Ah, wow.
Did you go to college?
No, no college, man. I
Is
went to the military straight out of school. Um, 2017, I went to basic training. 2018, I went to AIT. 3 months after that, I went to Afghanistan for 6 months. Came back home for 4 months. Went to Romania for 5.5, 6 months, about 5.5 months.
mm,
And then that's when I went to the police department, put my application there after I got back from Romania. So
gotcha. What's your plans for the future?
for the future, man, I don't really know. Just because I don't have college, man. One of my things that since I was a since I was a kid, man, I've always wanted to be a U.S. Marshal. But
Yeah,
you got to have what your bachelor's in criminal justice and something else, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah, so you got to have school for that. But man, if that don't work out, I'm gonna definitely retire from the National Guard, and hopefully I can get the state retirement from the police department as well. Just work myself up the chain. So just do it like that, man.
Does your chain require you to have a degree, like to get
No.
promoted?
Mm-mm.
That's it.
No.
Yeah, I went to HBCU here, but I only stayed
Mm-hmm.
2 years, and then I was like, damn, I didn't even want to go. I only went to school just to get away from home.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm apply. I applied like in February one day. I got the all right, you accepted to move on. So I was like, shit, I'm done then. But in order to get promoted, you got to have a degree here. So I'm gonna try to go back like next year or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do
That's
online
what do you gotta have a degree in?
to be a lieutenant because we don't got corporals and sergeants. We go straight to lieutenants and then up from there. So to be a lieutenant, you got to have a 2-year degree in anything, and then a captain, you got to have a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
Do you guys get to pick your own car, or do they issue your car? They issue the car.
Mm-hmm. They issue the car. Yeah.
That was very upsetting to me because at the time we had blue and white Chargers, and then the newer Chargers had like this black, like I got now, this black design. I think 3 of the 5 people I left FTL with got the black Chargers. I got the white. I stuck with that for forever until I wrecked it. But you got new people now coming in with like 2019 Chargers, but whatever.
Yeah, we actually just ordered 21 2020 Dodge Chargers. So we already got it. We already got it passed by the city council and everything. Only thing we're waiting for now is to get the funding from the bank.
So they're gonna put all y'all 2020. How that's gonna work?
I don't know how it's gonna work, but that's just what the chief passed down to the supervisors, and they passed it down to us about a month ago. So we're just in the process of waiting on them.
Gotcha. They're supposed to be stopped making. I think they're supposed to be the last year making the Dodge Chargers for police. So we're having to find something else to go to now. They're talking about Tahoes, but I don't want a Tahoe.
I don't need them, man. Explorers aren't bad, but we have Dodge Rams, Durangos, Chargers, and Dodge Darts.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the mostly the detectives they have the Dodge Darts and the Dodge Rams, and patrolmen got the Chargers and the Durangos. So I wish we had Explorers, man. I definitely take that over a Charger myself.
That's what I said too.
Yeah,
I'm not too fan of a Tahoe though.
yeah, it's just too big, man. I understand you get a lot of room and can do a lot more stuff in your car, but man, it's unnecessary, especially when you get in a hot pursuit or something, man.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna lag you out.
So this is my baby right here. Now I'm a little upset because as a kid, you used to hear the damn Crown Vics go by, that damn
Oh
engine.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to experience that. They started phasing those out right when I came in. I drove one for a spare before, but I mean they were obviously like already fucked up. It didn't even go over a certain mile per hour, so I didn't get the experience of that. But what else?
yeah.
No
I
more
mean, I
Chevy
went to the
Impalas.
academy.
Nah, we never had Chevy Impalas.
Mm. We got like 3 or 4 of them on our back parking lot, and they've actually moved one to our parking lot now because they're gonna put one of the people that keep wrecking cars. They're gonna put one of them in there just to be a lesson learned. Stop wrecking these damn cars.
Now, I've drove one before. They're pretty fast. I ain't gonna lie.
I've never driven an Impala, man.
I drove one on a track before. That thing got up there. I'm not gonna tell no lie about it. Somebody said I love to have another car, but I don't know if I could ever give up my truck. Nah, man. With I don't know. Some people want Tahoes because it's more space. I just think about me driving fast. This Charger's the way to go.
Yeah, I'm the same way because you gotta think about the type of roads you're gonna be on, and you always got to think about the aerodynamics of the vehicle and how you're gonna take those roads.
Yeah.
So the aerodynamics don't equal out with the roads you're on, then that's all gonna flip over on you.
Somebody said, after being a rookie, do you still have to go to briefing? Yes. I guess all this is like department specific, though. Y'all still have briefings every day?
Yes, same here. We get formation 6 o'clock through probably about 6:15, 6:30 sometimes, and oh, that's my call sign 623. Aren't you just say people try to kill when you got to kill?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, I'll be in my car yelling.
Man. Especially when you're trying to call out a traffic stop.
You said what?
I said, especially when you're trying to call out a traffic stop.
Yes. And somebody said some bull crap that could have waited like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Or you in the chase. That sounds lit.
Yeah. 623. I'm en route.
All right, man.
Get back on live and we can really go into detail and talk specifics about, department and our experiences and stuff, man. I'm down with that.
All right, man. I'll hit you up.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all. Have I ever dealt with impersonation? No. I have not. Do you think it's hard to be a Christian and a cop? No, I would honestly suggest that you be a Christian and a cop. Because you got to have some type of faith to keep you, I don't know, to keep you going. I was talking to an officer the other day who said that he didn't believe in anything. And while there's not my place to really question your belief, it's kind of, I don't know. I think you need something to keep you going, though. That keeps you. Make sure you have morals, all that type of stuff. Everyday carry. I think I said this last time. Like, I'm not really carrying anything right now, to be honest. I'm going to go buy me one. So I was going to do a vlog on that. Me going to get one. So that's going to be that's still coming. One thing I love about being a cop. Hold on real quick. One thing I love about being a cop. It's the gratification of helping people. Honestly, that, like, you may think that's like a boohoo answer, but it's the truth. One thing I hate about being a cop. Just everything we go through. Like, we're like, you become a cop, you start to realize it ain't all the glitz and glamour you thought it was going to be. It's a lot of stuff you got to deal with. All the problems for any cop any mistake a cop makes anywhere, it's going to be on you. It's going to be on your back, and you're going to hear about it. No matter how big your city is, no matter how small your city is. That cop did it, people going to treat you like that was your partner riding in the same car, and you helped them do whatever. So that's, bro. This cat is staring me in my goddamn face right now. What in the hell? Oh, God. Hold on. Damn. Look at my window, the cat staring me right in my damn face. Yeah, that's what I hate about it. You get blamed for everything, basically. No matter what you do, you get blamed for it. No matter what. That's like, our job is we're going to piss somebody off. If you get called to help because somebody's house is getting robbed, you're going to make that person, if you catch whoever robbed their house or broke in their house, whatever, you catch that person, the victim will be happy. The robbery suspect won't. Whoever the robbery suspect's parents is or family, they won't. So you're going to always piss people off. That's just his job, man. In the process of becoming police officer in South Carolina. Cool. Good luck to you on that. What step are you in the process right now? Officer D podcast. Honestly, some people from work wanted to do a podcast. They're trying to come up with something to do about that. They asked me to come in with them, so we'll see what they do. I don't know. Have I ever taken a CVSA? What's a CVSA? Get the polygraph testing stage. Gotcha. Have you taken it already, or are you about to take it? Bro, I can't believe that cat was just out there staring at me like that. I do not like cats. That's one thing I can't deal with. That's also something I hate. I hate that our job encompasses everything. I didn't sign up to be animal control, but one of the assistant chiefs said the other day that outside of, I think it was domestics, our most, like category-wise, the second most calls was for animal-related calls. That's insane. And we don't, that's insane. You take it Monday. Got you. Well, good luck on that, man. Make sure you be honest. Tell the truth about the whole thing. Just be honest. Computer voice stress analysis test. I heard of those. I didn't take one. One of the agencies that I was, if I wouldn't have got on with my department, I would have stayed in college for another 2 years. And the other department that I was going to try to get on with, they had that. But I never took one. Never took it. You recently quit your job at the jail because COVID, and now I don't know if I still want to continue my career in law enforcement or change. That's something you shouldn't let somebody else influence. That has to be on you. If your heart ain't in it, don't do it. Gotta have a heart for it. Otherwise, don't do it. You finished your polygraph test last week. They said you did good. Good job. Good job. I had somebody tell me the other day, she actually works for us now. She said she failed the polygraph exam at the first department she went to, and that she came to our department, failed it again, but they allowed her a retake. I'm like, why would they do that? She said she found out she had ADD or something. I don't know. And that she always had to get back on, like throughout the test. He had to like give her a break throughout it and then tell her to focus on the question at hand. I never know them to give you a second chance after failing the test, but I guess they will. If you can prove that you got something going on. And she'll look crazy. So I believe it. But I don't know. If I get out this car and that cat out there, I'm gonna be real pissed off. Have a dead cat. Can you become a police officer through police academy at community college? Yes, that's what I did. Community colleges, certain community colleges offer the police academy program, whatever it's called in your state. It's getting dark as hell in here. They'll offer it through whatever in the state, and you go take it there, and then while you're there, you should be applying the job. You shouldn't wait till you get out. Or actually before. Like I applied before. Like my state will sponsor you to go to the academy. It ain't really no sponsorship. They'll pay for some stuff, not everything. Like you'll still pay out of pocket like $2,000 to go to the academy. That's crazy. Try to get hired somewhere and do it that way. I tell everybody that. I don't know if that helps right now, but any tips for a rookie? Specifically the what? Just make sure you do good in the academy. Tell the truth always. I don't know. You gotta be a little more specific. Tips from what aspect? Can I go to Walmart for my take-home car? Yes. We're fortunate. Different departments will allow different things. As long as it's within a certain distance from my city, you can go anywhere. I'll say anywhere. You won't go to a strip club or something, but you guys can go anywhere. You can stop at the store, go to the gym. So it's cool. Do I think someone being honest can fail the polygraph? Yes. That's what I talked about during that polygraph video, is that you're literally basing my truthfulness on a machine. And that's one of the points I was making with her too, is that she failed it at one city, came to ours, failed it again. She went to the doctor or something. They said she had ADD, came back and was able to pass it. It's possible. The academy you're going to has cadets run 13 miles in the academy in Louisiana. Nice. Start preparing for that now, because that will not be an enjoyable run at all. Tips for dealing with the public. I don't know. Just know how to talk to people. That's the biggest thing. Knowing how to talk to people. You can. So out of my team, I have the most arrests. I believe I have the most arrests. Look that up. I have the most arrests. I also have probably the fewest use of forces, because I know how to talk my way out of some stuff. All right. Now, just as much as you know how to talk your way out, just know how to talk your way out of stuff. That's the key to longevity. All right. Don't go fighting everybody. Even if you know in your head, hey, I can fight this person, I'm gonna win. That doesn't matter. You ain't there to fight people. Just arrest them and go on about your business. So, talking to people, biggest thing. One of the guys I started with, that was his biggest problem, which is why he didn't make it out of FTL. His biggest problem was talking. We were still in FTL together. I went up to one of his calls. I think we're in the third phase by now at this point. So you should be handling the calls on your own. Should be like a 75% you, 25% your FTL. And I go up to him and the guy's talking and he's just, yeah. Like, giving feedback as a rookie is somewhat weird. Like, you go to domestics, we got to turn into therapists and like you got to give advice, all this stuff. That was always weird for me. I'm not gonna lie. Throughout FTO and everything else, I'm not an advice giving type guy. I remember the day that I started giving advice. I was out of FTO already with my beat partner. It was a domestic call. And after the call, she looked at me. She's like, "Look at you giving out advice." From that day forward, you just got to feel comfortable giving out advice. That's what people turn to you for. That's why they're calling us. How's your department feel about your social media presence? Our policy allows it, so I haven't got any complaints. You're 5'11", 135 pounds. Would you go to the state police? Would you go to the state police that once I want to do? Would I go to the state police? No. I want to be an actual police officer. So, do I know Grow Bar and Trivet? Should I? I don't know who those people are. Is there more pros than cons? Yes. Way more, and that'll depend on your agency too. But for me, there's way more pros in my agency and being a cop than there is cons. Now, cops, you start getting around cops, we like to complain about stuff. What else is there to do? But when you actually start asking questions, and it's way more pros than cons. And that's agency specific. Some agencies are horrible to work for, and that'll make your life miserable, and you won't want to do the job anymore. And it's not really the job of being a police officer, it's just the agency you work for or the supervision that you work for. But it's all supervision, and what you're allowed to do makes the job more enjoyable. Like some agencies you're allowed to chase people, some agencies you're not. If that's your thing, if that's why you got into policing, to chase, like car chases, and you go to an agency that doesn't allow car chases, you may not find that enjoyable. My agency has a chase policy. We can't just chase anything. If we could, we would chase all day and all night. You'll have 3 cars take off from you per officer like one night. You'll be chasing every damn body. What's the craziest thing you see as a police officer? Honestly, I don't know. It's hard to remember calls when you actually start doing this for a certain amount of time to think back. I don't know. I'm bad at remembering stuff as it is. I have to be reminded of stuff. So just off the top of the head, I can't think of the craziest thing I've seen. I was gonna do a video tonight of one of the first fights I got into, like right out of FTO. So that should be coming out either today or tomorrow. Am I off duty? Yes, I'm at home. I'm just in the car. Somebody asked to see the lights the other day. Let's see. Let's just do this actually. So let's take this down. This is our light bar, right? Flick the switch. So that first switch, you can't really see it, but it's in the first notch. That'll turn on just your reverse lights. So the lights in the back of your car. The second switch will turn on your front and your back lights. And you can change those to however you like. Your third will turn on every light. Obviously, you got your sirens and such. But you can kind of configure that to whatever light pattern you want. Like I'll sit here and play with it inside this glass right here and change the light pattern. That third switch, the siren will come on and all your lights. So you take down lights, the white lights on both sides, all that. You were a police cadet for 4.5 years. Nice. So was I. I didn't go to the agency that I was with though. Do you work with state troopers much? No. In the class that I'm in right now for traffic crash investigation, a trooper is teaching that. And when I go and teach at the academy, There's a trooper there too, and they like to say they be in the city a lot, but I don't see them. So no, we don't really work together. How long you have to be a police officer until you get your own car and take it home? For us, you just got to make it out of FTO. The day you make it out of FTO, you get your car. Like Officer Rashad, when he was on here, like he said, he got his car, or he can't take it home until 2 years. It's agency specific. How long you been on? 3 years. 3 años. Back to that state troopers comment. We state troopers mainly leave the highways. I was petty one time. I thought I was gonna get upset. We had an accident that happened. I think I said this in a video before. It happened like at one point, our jurisdiction ended like right here, and the accident was literally like right here from right here. And I was being super petty that day, so I called state troopers to come do the wreck. And he actually showed up. He didn't have an attitude. I was expecting him to have an attitude, but he didn't. So I was pretty excited about that. How many departments is too many to apply to? I don't really know. I don't apply to too many because typically in applications, they'll ask you which department you apply to already. And you got to list all of those. So if you just go willy-nilly applying to everybody, that doesn't look too good because they're going to be like, why isn't nobody taking you yet? So I wouldn't do too many. What motivated me to start YouTube? Just to get information out there, man. Just to get information out there. A lot of times I get asked in person when people see me questions. So I just started it. Did you get paid bonus for speaking another language? Yes, you get a 5% increase. And you're able to Espanol. It's 5%. You got to take a test, talk to somebody over phone or something like that. Get 5%. I think it's really just for Spanish, though. I don't think they do other languages. I'm not sure. They could. I just only know Spanish. I do a tour of my car. It's real dark, so you can't see it. Like, it's dark as hell out here. When's the last time I used a taser or a shot? I've never used a taser. They took them away right before hold on. I've never used a taser. They took them away right before they got here. And I've never shot anyone. Do speeding tickets really affect your hiring process? Some detectives don't care unless it's not many. I guess if you've gotten too many if in a certain amount of time, then yeah, it will, but typically it won't. Here's my car, right? So this is my computer that I'm watching y'all on. My tactical vest or my rifle plate vest. 5-hour NG. I had to stop in there and get that last night. I buy these things in containers. Listen, you need these. It's not optional. Some people say they don't work. It immediately gives me a boost. I went and got it for a pack just this morning. This is my tent meter. You write tent tickets? Yes, I write tent tickets. What do you mean I write tent? Hold on, actually. Let's see. Yes, I write tent tickets because Too dark tint is against the law. And then something else you'll need. Hold on. Let's switch back because this is a good one. Let's put this back up here. Something else you'll need. Now this, I got to give a warning. This is not what you think it is. This is just for comfort in the police car. All right. Sort of reports. It's like this. Right reports. Get comfortable. You know. You're assigned a car as soon as you're hired here. They only allow you to drive it to and from the academy or when called out to conduct special details. That sounds cool. That also sounds like some liability things for people that shouldn't be assigned a car. How long was it until you heard back from your department after applying? I applied that one day. I heard back that next morning. It was literally that fast. How do promotions work? So my department, we have a promotions list. So once you make it to a certain rank, we have ranks like police officer 1, police officer 2, master police officer 1, master police officer 2. It goes up from there. Once you make it to, I think, master police officer 1, you can put yourself on the supervisor's list. And basically, once you're on there, the chief will decide if you get promoted or not whenever promotion comes available. The downside of getting on a promotions list or supervisor's list at an MPO 1 is that you may become a supervisor at MPO 1, but you miss out on your pay from MPO 2 and MPO 3, so forth like that. And some departments may back pay, like if you miss those 2 promotions, but ours won't. So most people try to wait until at least become an MPO 2 before they get on the list, but you can apply to MPO 1. How long does it take to learn the areas once you're to the field? Depends on how good you are with learning areas. I suck ass at learning areas, and that was my biggest complaint throughout my entire FTO. They would literally make fun of me. Like I would go through the messages on our computer that they would be sending when I was outside the car, and I would be reading that they were making fun of me for not knowing where the hell I'm going. I've never been in the city that I work at before I applied there, so I didn't know where the hell I was going. I mean, it just takes a while. But eventually what I did was I take a picture of a map without the street names on it. I went home, I made copies of it, and just started filling them in my days off so I could learn what the street names were. That helped. But other than that, I was horrible. And it really just comes with time. I'm trying to get into New York State Troopers. I've contacted a recruiter. She wants me to set a date for us to talk or whatever and give me info for the entrance exam. Nice. I'm not sure what New York State Troopers do. I want to say that somebody told me that they answer calls, stuff like that. So I guess that could be fun. How much do you make in overtime? An hour, you mean? We make $28 an hour here. $28. I think the sheriff's office may make $30. I think we're about to try to go up again. They just sent up something for us to make more. So I think somebody asked something I forgot. Nope. They don't get take home, Vic. That's a pretty big department. I would think they wouldn't. I think the bigger department it is, you can't really afford to give everybody a car of their own. So I mean, that makes sense. Luckily, most of the big departments in my area all get take-home cars if you stay within a certain amount of distance. Battle. What's up, bro? From Snap. You watched my YouTube video. Thanks for the support, bro. No problem at all. They got over 5,000 troopers. You think about that. You got to have 5,000 cars plus a spare of cars. So, like, whenever our cars break down, we got to be able to go get another police car. So, you need to have at least another 2,000 cars available for spares. That's a lot. So, yeah, I wouldn't think they would have enough money to give everybody their own car. I mean, and that's the problem we run into here is that sometimes we just run out of spares. We'll go to the spare lot and there's nothing there, but your car is like needs to be turned in. So there's typically some unmarked cars there. If patrol, they don't like us taking unmarked cars. So there's nothing left. You got to get what you get. Would you recommend applying out of state? It's up to you. One guy we work with lives in another state and drives here every day to work. Bless him. So I couldn't do it. But some departments, like we're in training right now, or I'm in training, and another city cop asked him about that, and he said his department doesn't allow you to stay out of state. Some departments won't. Help you score high on exams when my process goes by fast. Yeah, the process takes just as long as they want it to take, honestly. They can be slow getting your paperwork, or they can do it fast. It really just depends. I think mine was pretty fast. It was like 4 months almost to the day. And that was still with me having to wait a month for the polygraph examiner to have openings to get us in there. Where's Officer C? Hey, dude, I can give you a link to come in right now at 6 o'clock. I know you're not doing anything. If you want the link, you can come on like Officer Rashad did. You could be at work. Who cares? Turn your light on in your car and come on here. Her took her 3 years, and her friend scored high and took her 9 months. What's my diet? I take like a seafood diet, to be honest. Whatever I see, I eat. Would you ever go to the FBI? No. FBI is like a white collar crime. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Wait, I was seeing at work. You ain't at work, fool. You're at jiu-jitsu. Just wanted to pop in. I thought your jiu-jitsu was in the mornings. All right. I forget. I get my days mixed up. You're not waiting 3 years. I'll apply for a sheriff's department and or probably a big city PD. Yeah, if one's taking too long, go somewhere else. And then here's the best thing you can do. Go somewhere else, come back, or give it 2 years, something, whatever your state mandates, and transfer back into that PD. That's the best thing to do. That's how a lot of people do it, actually. If you really want to work in a department, they're not wanting to hire you. Some people will go to a smaller agency or just another agency somewhere, and then they'll become a lateral transfer back in. That's a way quicker process to getting hired back, and they'll typically take you on. I'm not on break. I'm just at home. Tell a story or something. Let's see if I got an Officer C story. He's probably already off, but hi, mate. Here's a story of like learning how to pick your battles, right? So I get this call. This female calls in and says that her boyfriend is kicking her out of her house, or out of their house, and that he's not wanting to give her the baby, right? Or her grandchild. So me and this other guy go, and he no longer works here anymore. He should have never been a cop. They finally freaking fired him about 2 months ago. But we show up, and in my head, I'm like, pretty simple. We're about to go in there and get this dude baby back. Like, simple. Dude, I get there, and she's like screaming in the middle of the street, I want my baby, I want my baby. I'm like, man, calm down. Let me know what's going on. He gonna get my baby. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go talk to him. Bro comes out. Bro is on swole. Like, bro walks out like this. She ain't getting shit back. Hold on. You're right. She won't get it back right now. Let's talk about it. Listen, let's talk about that thing. So I obviously call in over the radio for some more people to show up. My supervisor shows up, trying to talk to him. Now, my supervisor is typically pretty good about talking to people. This guy wasn't having it. Was not having it. He wasn't letting us in the house for the baby, and he wasn't trying to let us in the house. She also said a person's in the house, something like that. And this whole big deal was she was drunk. He didn't want her to have the baby. Yes, it's her baby. He's just a boyfriend to her, or her grandchild, not her baby. But it's like, so we're talking about Lieutenant. We're like, do we really want to fight this dude? This is like 2:00 in the morning. Do we really want to fight this big mofo, or do we like take a chill pill and try to talk this thing out? So I'm like, you know what? Let me try. So I go up there, and I'm the only black officer on my whole team. And honestly, if you wanted to complain on me about something, I don't even wear a name tag. So all you gotta do is say the black officer. It's only me. It's only me. Like my whole rotation, it's only 2 of us. So it's only me. But he finally calls me out, and he's like, I'm not talking to none of y'all. You can send that black officer in here. He the only one I'm gonna trust. All right, great. That works great. So I went in. He's following me around. I'm telling you, dude's on swole. Like it. You start to learn your battle. You start to learn how to pick your battles real quick. Real quick. Is there a gang problem in the area you patrol? Yes, one of the biggest. That is what we're trying to combat right now. See, I don't understand it. Literally, I work Southside, and they call themselves the Southside gang. And they're rivaling right now with, basically one of them got shot the other week. Then they went back and shot the other ones. And now they're just going at it right now. So, yeah, big game problem we're trying to get control of. You should make a vlogging channel and film the day of your life on your days off or what you do before work. I got you. Sewer ride-alongs. Yeah, I will. But you got to get another camera set up. So I won't have this phone so bright I'm driving down the street or something like that. All right. Anywho, y'all, it's been an hour, 4 minutes. I was only supposed to be on here an hour anyway. I'm gonna see y'all next time. We got a video should be coming out tomorrow. Like that first fight story I told y'all about. Should be out about 12 o'clock tomorrow. All right. See y'all next time. Adios.